Well, meantime, Malaysia's government is expected to announce more measures to manage the pandemic in the next hour. The country has reported another surge in cases, mostly linked to a religious gathering late last month. Now, 125 people have been diagnosed, bringing the total now to over 500. Authorities are still trying to contact the thousands of people who attended the gathering at the Sri Petaling Mosque on the outskirts of Kuala Lumpur. Some mosques have closed to prevent further infections. Our correspondent Afifa Arifin, she joins us live now. Afifa, religious gatherings have proven to be very much a hotspot for the spread of this virus. Can we expect the country to close all mosques now?
That's right, Don. Well, that is exactly what is going to happen. So out of the 553 cases of confirmed COVID-19 infections in Malaysia, about 60%, that's more than 300 of them, are linked to that Tabligh cluster, the 3 days religious event that took place in Sri Petaling in the capital city of Kuala Lumpur earlier this month. So as a result of this, in trying to contain or prevent the spread, as we've seen a surge in the number of cases linked to that religious event over the last 2 days, the Islamic Affairs Minister said in a statement today that the King has issued a decree to suspend all activities in mosques or Muslim places of worship, including the Friday prayers, for the next 10 days starting from tomorrow. This new measure, of course, comes after a meeting between the Islamic Affairs Committee as well as the Health Ministry in trying to come up with new measures to deal with the spread of COVID-19 infections as a result of religious gatherings.
Afifa, we are expecting to hear from Prime Minister Muhyiddin Yassin shortly. Are tougher measures being expected then?
That's right. So Prime Minister Muhyiddin Yassin earlier this afternoon gave a press conference. And during that press conference, he also urged the public to be patient, to wait for big news that he is set to announce via live telecast at about 9 p.m. So that's going to happen in just about an hour's time. This comes after a meeting in the evening together with all ministers and the relevant government agencies involved in handling this COVID-19 outbreak in the country. He said that the government views this problem with utmost seriousness, and he is aware about the growing concerns that Malaysians have. Mr. Muhyiddin earlier this afternoon announced a series of expanded schemes under this economic stimulus package, which was first announced on February 27 to help the country tide through this COVID-19 outbreak. And part of some of the expanded schemes is to give out monthly cash aids of about 600 ringgit to people who have been forced to take no pay leave as a result of the COVID-19 situation. What we do hear is that there are a lot of rumors and talks about the possibility of the country going into lockdown. This comes especially as civil society groups, organizations, as well as many members of the public calling on the government to do just that. We have seen, panic buying at supermarkets, people stocking up on groceries, household items, and food. Although Mr. Muhyiddin did say just now that there will be enough supplies for everyone, including food supplies in the country. Some states in Malaysia, like Sarawak, for instance, have taken a bit more drastic measures. They have closed schools for the next 2 weeks and imposed a mandatory stay-home order for 14 who enters the state. But right now, whether there will be a lockdown or not, something we have to wait for Mr. Muhyiddin to announce. He was asked if a lockdown would take place earlier at the press conference, but all he said was to be patient and wait for his live telecast at 9.
All right, thanks for that update. Afifa Arifin speaking to us.